Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. Let's get this week programming started. I am boosting them off. Of course, the latest news is from the Statistics Office showing Nigeria's inflation down to 16.05% year on year in the month of July, compared to 16.10% in the month of June. This makes the sixth consecutive decline in the rate of inflation year on year since January 2017. On a month-on-month basis, however, the headline index increased by 1.21% in July, 0.37 points higher or lower than the rate of 1.58% in the month of June. Food inflation still very sticky, 20.28%. Food prices higher year on year against 19.91% in the month of June. This, according to National Bureau of Statistics, is the highest year-on-year increase in food inflation since the beginning of the new series in 2009. Nigeria posted the highest food inflation in the month of July since 2009. Core inflation, which includes the prices of volatile agricultural produce, eased by 0.30% in July to 12.20%. Core inflation there. Food inflation, very sticky. Headline inflation down a little bit, 16.0 to 16.05% from 16.10%. We're going to unpack all of that on the program today and tomorrow. What's making the business and the market headlines as we start a brand new week? A horrendous Hurricane Harvey cuts 25% of Gulf of Mexico oil and gas production over the weekend. All over the news here and around the world, oil and gasoline prices jump. The cost of this catastrophic hurricane, now a tropical storm, then a tropical rainfall, will be around $24 billion US. Some experts say that the insurance market will be able to pay for these damages. Of course, you can see the Statistics Office, July inflation, we have that on the street. Food prices, we have that average price of a dozen of what you call the agric eggs. That's fresh eggs, also up in the month of July, we just finished. Transportation costs is also higher, whether you're going intercity, intracity, by motorcycle, or by water transportation. All those prices were up in the month of July. Fuel prices, however, was down. The price of petrol down 1.4% in the month of July. We'll pay 148.20 per litre during the month under review, according to the latest data from the Statistics Office. And today, towards the market close, 2:30, Nigeria's Communication and Telecommunications Minister, Wunayanu, will close the market and also unveil the Stock Exchange new data center. Meantime, we're also looking at the president conducted his first formal out of Abuja's event today. Edo State will host President Buhari commissioning two plants. One is a cement and the other a fertilizer plant. This has been the 12th of such commissioning since the Buhari's national fertilizer program started in 2016. And we got a bit of a chart there of a table that shows you where these fertilizer plants are placed. Of course, this was from the government office showing 11th, and then we have the 12th one coming through today. That's one thing the president will be doing. So let's get on to the big story there. Over the weekend, from Friday through Saturday and Sunday, and this morning, folks in Texas, U.S., and all around that area are feeling the impact of horrendous Hurricane Harvey, and that is impacting gasoline and crude oil prices. And of course, not some good news from Libya as well. Let's get today's show started on that note with Jubril Karim, who is an energy research at EcoBank. He's joining us from downtown Lagos, Victoria Island. Good morning, Jubril. Good to have you.
Good morning, person. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I put this as a story together for us, what this hurricane could mean with a shutdown of about 25% oil production out of the market from the Gulf of Mexico. Shell has a statement as per one of its refineries located in that region as well.
Well, I think what was really surprising has been a mixed bag of events regarding Hurricane Harvey in the Gulf of Mexico and as it relates to sectors. What we're seeing in terms of crude oil production, the hurricane has affected about 25% of the Gulf of Mexico production, and that is put at about 400,000 barrels a day of crude oil has been taken off the market, as most of the companies that operate on those platforms has evacuated staffs and shut in wells as well. But on the other side, which is the most significant, what we're seeing is that because Texas is really an oil and gas hub for the United States, we've seen about 2.2 million barrels of refining capacity that have been shut down and have been abandoned for now. So what we say is that on the demand side of things, there seems to be a much more significant effect on the demand than it is on the supply. On the supply, we've only lost about 400,000 barrels in terms of Gulf of Mexico production. But on the demand side, crude oil refining capacity of up to 2.2 million barrels. And what this simply means is that in terms of, if we look at the balance, it means more excess supply from elsewhere will be in the market. And we've seen the impact of that this morning. We see that while the Brent crude oil benchmark, which is usually utilized in Middle East and Africa and all other regions, is up about 25 basis points. The WTI, which is usually the benchmark for the North American crude oil, is actually down about 25 basis points as well. So which means the negative perception of the shutdown of this refining capacity is really having a bad effect on crude oil price in North America. And the main issue here is not even the current shutdown right now. Unlike the crude oil platforms, which are usually built to handle situations like this, and once this comes passed over, we are most likely to see production restored in no time. Most of these refineries are actually online. And what this means is that there have to be a period of assessment of the damages, and before it can then be determined when most of these refineries will come back online. Depending on how long this period is between assessing the situation and bringing back all these refineries online, will depend how bad it will be for oil price in the short term.
Jibril Karim from EcoBank, thank you very much, our energy research analyst, for starting the day and the week for us from that.